Award-winning Aging and Awesome is a production of the Nevada Senior Care Foundation and Consider It Done Productions, proudly presented by Lend a Hand In-Home Care and Transportation, Infinity Hospice Care, Partners in Primary Care, and Senior Care Plus.
Welcome to Aging and Awesome, a show all about tackling the challenges seniors and their families face.
While giving you a positive look at being older. I'm Kai Sisson.
And I'm Joe Della Ripa. Happy Thanksgiving! If you have trouble swallowing, Thanksgiving dinner might be something you sadly dread. We sit down with Dr. Amy Stratton of GI Consultants, who breaks down the breakdown of food and find help if you're struggling.
Thanksgiving at Club Breen is always a scene, but Erin has a little advice before you think twice about all there is to do before the holiday. And we check in with George Crozet, who is ready to roll a strike at Reno's Club 50 Bowling League. He will take us there. All that and more next on Aging and Awesome.
You got me running wild, you make me feel alive. Oh, make me wanna believe. Oh, I feel your heart and soul, perfectly in control. Put up and count in your spell now. So lay it on me, child. You know you drive me wild. You got me feeling like, oh, she make me feel alive, make me feel alive. She make me feel alive, make me feel alive. She make me feel alright.
If you or a loved one have trouble swallowing, it can make any mealtime scary.
Also known as dysphagia, trouble swallowing is more common amongst older adults and should be taken seriously. Have a look. Well, this is going to be a fun topic as we prepare for Thanksgiving. Going to be eating a lot. Here with us now is Dr. Amy Stratton with GI Consultants here in South Reno. Dr. Stratton, welcome to Aging and Awesome, your first time on the show. Happy Thanksgiving to you. What is dysphagia? Trouble swallowing. A lot of people deal with that.
Right, so dysphagia is essentially the medical term for trouble swallowing. There's actually 3 different types of dysphagia. One can be in the mouth, which we call oral dysphagia, and that can be troubles either chewing, so people who have bad teeth and can't chew or their dentures don't fit well, and trouble moving, like the liquid in the food, to the back of the mouth. The second type of dysphagia is called oral pharyngeal dysphagia, meaning that the muscles kind of right in this area aren't functioning properly. So it could be that they're not sensing properly, it could be that they've lost their strength and they're weak, or it could be particularly what we see in the senior population is the muscle right here called the upper esophageal sphincter that connects the mouth to the esophagus where the food travels becomes really rigid and tight and doesn't relax as it should. And then the third type is esophageal, so usually kind of right in this area where the food travels from the mouth to the stomach. You can have narrowings and blockages, you can have inflammation there. All of those can cause the sensation of food sticking, particularly like an association with reflux. So the other important thing is the senior population with that muscle we talked about earlier that connects the mouth to the esophagus being really rigid and not always opening or relaxing properly. About 13% of that population will have troubles or dysfunction of that muscle.
Wow.
And that can actually be treated, but more importantly, if you have troubles there, it can lead to chronic coughing and choking with eating or drinking food. It can lead to pills getting stuck, and even at its worst case, it can have recurrent pneumonia.
So it becomes very obvious if you have dysphagia, but treatment is available. What is it like to get treatment for this if you're starting to go, wow, I'm having a hard time swallowing, I'm having a hard time eating?
Right, so the first thing that's really important is to go see a gastroenterologist because we will do a full exam, a physical, we'll get the history. It's important to know like the medical problems. So people who have had a stroke in the past, people who have Parkinson's, they're at risk for a lot of these troubles with swallowing, and that kind of narrows down what the problem may be.
So with Thanksgiving just a few days away and folks that might be watching going, wow, I'm having these symptoms, what can they do in the meantime to help alleviate some of that struggle?
Right, so a lot of it is modifying how they eat. So for example, if you know that you have bad teeth, your dentures don't fit, then getting those fixed or corrected. If you notice that you have a dry mouth, then there's things like biotin wash or different sort of lubricating washes that you can rinse and swallow or spit that can also help with the movement of food. Simple things, avoiding what you know causes the symptoms. So if you eat chicken every time and you get that dysphagia, then you probably shouldn't eat chicken.
Or turkey?
Or maybe turkey. Maybe we'll make the exception for that one since it is Thanksgiving.
Yes.
But then if you're gonna do that, make sure that you take small bites, you take frequent meals, frequent small bites, and even like count to 30 each time you chew. So chew each bite 30 times to make sure that it's small and easy to swallow.
Great tips there. Dr. Amy Stratton with GI Consultants, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome back
It was a
anytime.
pleasure.
Still to come on Aging and Awesome, guardianship is a misunderstood and oftentimes confrontational topic that has its place in protecting the best interests of older people. Attorney John Michelson is back to explain why guardianship can be an option for you or a loved one in need.
And is bowling right up your alley? George shows us why it is fun in your spare time. Don't you go anywhere, we reconvene with Erin Breen in 90 seconds.
Partners in Primary Care, senior-focused approach to primary care can help you figure out the safest way to stay healthy during this time. They are your new partner in good health. 8 centers in Las Vegas opening soon. Call today to become a new patient and see how they can help you.
If you're dealing with a serious illness or going through treatment, you don't have to do it alone. Infinity Hospice Care provides palliative care through Nevada Care Connect to help with symptom management, emotional support, and the care you need. Treatment can begin any time during an illness, during and after treatment, and all of it from the comfort of your home. Nevada Care Connect will work directly with your doctor and specialist to ensure the treatment you receive is exactly what you want. Learn more at nevadacareconnect.com.
Aging and Awesome is brought to you by Lend a Hand in-home care and transportation, family-owned and operated, serving Northern Nevada seniors for nearly 30 years. Compassion-driven quality care in the comfort of your home. Call Lend a Hand today, where our caregivers make the difference.
Why enroll in a Senior Care Plus Medicare Advantage plan? For more benefits with no monthly premium. For the all-new Renown Preferred Plan. For $2,000 of dental coverage. For dedicated clinics and service. And the #1 reason? For you and your health. Senior Care Plus, for the healthiest reasons. Enroll now at seniorcareplus.com or call us today at 775-982-3158.
Welcome to the kitchens of Club Breen. Hey, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. So much to do. And boy, have I learned a lot about making these dinners over the years. The biggest lesson I think I've walked away with is you gotta go with the flow, no matter what happens. I had someone convince me one time to cook the turkey upside down one year. They said it would make the breast meat so much juicier. And you know, I guess it did, but it looked so weird when it came out of the oven. We just never did that again. One year, my mother-in-law was here and she was helping me and she was checking on the turkey and inadvertently turned it off. I thought it was kind of weird that we weren't smelling it cooking like about 4 o'clock and realized what had happened. So we didn't actually eat that night until about 10 o'clock at night. But it was still a good dinner. You know, we used to be the house where all of the TV folks gathered on Thanksgiving. And at one of those dinners, I made my very first pumpkin pie. I was so proud of it. I couldn't wait to cut it and pass it out to everybody. And then I went off to change the baby, and by the time I came back, everyone was done and leaving. And I noticed that all around the table there were plates of just pie crust, little crusts all around the pie. They'd eaten the pumpkin pie filling out and they left the pie crust on the plate, said thank you very much for dinner, and we're all leaving. And you know why? That pie crust was as tough as shoe leather, which is exactly why I'm practicing now. I want to get better at it. It was a long time ago. I've come a long ways. And I used to stick to all the traditions that my mother always made. And then all of a sudden I realized nobody eats the salad here. I'm the only one that eats the squash, so why am I making this stuff? Now we stick to making a turkey, and then we add to it with whatever the group is in the mood for. If kids want chocolate pie instead of pumpkin pie, that's fine, whatever. And then whatever guests bring with them, we just add it to it. Last year, we had lasagna and tacos on the table with the turkey. And you know what? We have had every variation of pumpkin pie you can imagine someone's brought. So I'll be stuffing the turkey this year and also making the pie. And we'll be happy with anything else that comes through that front door, because with all the planning you make, you can always plan for a great dinner, but you know what? In the end, it's never about what you put on the table. It's all about the people. That's what makes the day. Cheers. For Aging and Awesome, I'm Erin Breen.
Thinking about moving or downsizing? You should meet my good friend, Marcia Rambo, with Realty One Group Eminence. With over 30 years experience, if you're looking for a home that better fits your lifestyle, call Marcia today and tell her Joe sent you.
Spanning Northwest Nevada, the independent, assisted, and memory care communities of Fernley Estates, Mountain Lake Estates, Summit Estates, and Carson Valley Senior Living. Caring people, serving people, improving lives. Take a tour of these fantastic communities today.
Aging and Awesome is brought to you by Eden Home Health, Northern Nevada's highest rated home health for quality of patient care. Patients have a choice. Ask your doctor for the best in-home health care. Eden Home Health.
Life is story. Pages of amazing adventure and narrow escapes. Bold steps taken, races run, chapters on love and hard lessons and new beginnings. Your life, your legacy, our privilege to serve. Morningstar Senior Living.
GI Consultants' highest priority is patient safety, with screening and infection control measures to keep our community safe, utilizing telemedicine services, allowing patients to visit with a provider from the comfort and safety of their home. For the best gastrointestinal and liver care, choose GI Consultants. Aging and Awesome is brought to you by Donald Bernard, Investment Fiduciary and Senior Vice President of Investments. Native Nevadan Donald Bernard has built an outstanding reputation specializing in retirement. For income ideas, give Don a call. No client is too big or too small.
People looking for in-home senior care have many questions. How do I pick the right agency? How do I pay for it? And how will this affect my life? Others will tell you that they're the only ones who accept long-term care insurance. That's just not true. Or that they can meet your medical needs. And that is just not true. Know your rights. Deposits, lengthy contracts, high minimums, and inflated hourly rates can harm seniors. Visit us at lendahandss.com to meet you or loved one's in-home care needs.
Living at Lakeside Manor, an independent senior living community in the heart of Reno, means pleasure for the residents and peace of mind for their families. Rooms are available now, starting at $15.30 a month. Take a tour of Lakeside Manor today.
Don't let a mobility issue keep you from enjoying the things you love. MedTech Services in Reno has been providing mobility equipment and automotive solutions to Northern Nevadans since 1988. Visit MedTech's showroom inside the Big Yellow Building at 555 Gentry Way.
Truckee Meadows Healthy Communities, Renown Health, and the Washoe County Health District present the Hello Project. Join them for It Starts With Hello, a virtual gathering every Tuesday and Thursday at noon, featuring local experts and quality conversation with your peers. Head to hellostartsnow.org.
Hi everybody, today we're here at High Sierra Lanes. I'm going to get to try some bowling out today with my new friend Rich. So Rich, here at High Sierra, what's going on?
This is Club 50, which means we're all over 50 years old. In fact, we run from 53 to 92. We have 21 teams, 4 people do a team. We have 84 bowlers. Averages range from 73 to 215.
You're really keeping these people active and upward moving, aren't you?
That's the big part of it. This is our social activity.
I bowl 3 days a week, and I don't know what I would do if I didn't have bowling to go to. It's great exercise, you'll have fun, you'll enjoy yourself.
A lot of the groups, when they leave the bowling alley, they're not done with each other. They're going to go out and have lunch, they're going to meet for dinner, they're going to play card games.
No, you're right on. We go out to lunch afterwards. A lot of us play bunco together, so there's a lot of these senior activities that we do just to keep ourselves going.
So what does somebody do who's never bowled?
Just come by the bowling alley and sign up. Love to have more and more people do it.
So I guess I'm going to get a chance to throw a couple of these balls down the lane. Okay, so Rich is now handing me off to Bob, who's president of the 50 League here. And Bob's going to show me how to attempt to bowl down this alley here. So what do I need to do? First off, you got to make sure you got comfortable equipment. Your clothes fit, they're not too tight, they're loose, your shoes fit. Next thing is you want to get a bowling ball that fits your hand. It's pretty. Next, you find a comfortable starting spot and take a few steps and try to get it so your slide falls short of that line, but you're sliding it when you're releasing the ball. Copy. Perfect, perfect. But what I've noticed here is that all these folks here, they don't really care how good a bowler or how bad a bowler you are. They're just happy to have you out here, aren't they? The bowling is an excuse for us all to get together. What do you think? You want to try to actually let loose of the ball? Sure, let's go. Let's give it a shot. Okay, here I go. I'm going to attempt to do this bowling thing, and hopefully my body's not going to go farther than the ball. Now, George, you see what happened there? On the first ball, you want to make it as consistent as you possibly can. Sure. Now, when you get to the other, like throwing a spare over here, now you start moving on the lane based on how you know you're going to throw your ball. Okay. Now you know when you release it, it's going to break that way a little bit. So what are you going to do? You're going to aim it that way. I'm going to compensate for that. Okay. Wow, what a wonderful time here at High Sierra Lanes. Getting to learn how to bowl a little bit. And I mean, the sport of bowling is really fun, but I'll tell you, the people here are even spectacular. They're so welcoming to anybody who wants to come out and bowl. So be sure and come on out to High Sierra Lanes and do some bowling. And for more information, go to agingandawesome.com.
Thank you so much for allowing Aging and Awesome to enter your living rooms for the last couple of years. And now welcome to mine, where we are so excited to announce Aging and Awesome can now be viewed by the world on Amazon, Apple, and Roku connected TV devices. I have an Apple TV and it is so easy to use. Just scroll around, click on an episode, and watch. Just search Aging and Awesome and download our app. Many people who would otherwise not be able to watch are now able to around the world. So we'll see you on Amazon, Roku, and Apple TV.
Elderly guardianship is a legal relationship created when a court appoints an individual to care for an elderly person who is no longer able to care for themselves. But why might someone need a guardian? What is the process? And what is a guardian's duties? Kai sat down with attorney John Michelson of Michelson and Associates to scratch the surface of this complicated topic.
First of all, I'd say guardianship is something that should be avoided, if you possibly can. The way you avoid that is plan ahead. You have your life, you have your house, your rental property, your kids. You take the initiative ahead of time to designate powers of attorney, agents that will act for you if you can't act for yourself. That's how you avoid it. But for a lot of people, they haven't had that done, or sometimes their agent they appointed is actually abusing them or stealing their money and so forth. So guardianship can be something that's not good. So a lot of people are aware that we've had scandals in guardianship, particularly a few years ago, things came to a head, and people were misusing guardianship to take over people's estates and steal all their money. A lot of features have been put into place. One of the biggest ones is the right to an attorney. So now anyone who's responding, who's the subject of a guardianship petition, they get their own attorney who's going to fight for their rights and make sure it's fair, and they don't have to pay for it. So it's a court-appointed attorney. You always get that. There's other things now. We have a lot of different judges instead of the same judge, just to mix things up. We have the Guardianship Bill of Rights. There's increased requirements on how you obtain a guardianship. And so guardianship, yeah, in the past there were times it's misused. It is sometimes controversial, but there's other times where it's absolutely needed. For example, exploitation. What do you do if someone is stealing from grandma and everyone knows it? But maybe that person actually got grandma to sign a power of attorney. So in one sense, they're legally authorized to handle grandma's money, but people know that it's being misused. And so guardianship can be a saving function in that case. It gives a chance for a court to review what's going on and to make sure that everything's okay. So it also can be helpful. People that are homeless, they can have an advocate if they have a guardian. And so the number one way to do this is to avoid it by having your own documents in order, but If those documents are not in place or something's going wrong, guardianship court is a way to protect seniors. Public guardian gets appointed many different ways. Another example that I've seen is maybe certain family members have petitioned for guardianship over grandma, but they're fighting over her money. And if it can't get resolved in a way, in a certain amount of time, the judge might say, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to appoint the public guardian because, you know, they may be more neutral in this situation. And so that's another way, is that the family can't get along. Sometimes the family is just unable to step in. Sometimes there is no family there. And so the public guardian is kind of the catch-all. You know, they step in for people who, for one reason or another, the judge feels that they can't appoint someone else. That's one of the benefits that we love to provide at Michelson and Associates, is we can talk to families about alternatives to guardianship. We're all about that. I mean, no one wants to be imposing a guardianship or paying attorneys or in court if they can avoid it. And so there are a lot of things you can do, powers of attorney, supported decision-making documents. But if none of those remedy the situation, we can talk to you about, you know, if someone is exploiting your grandma or grandpa, what is the evidence that you'll need to bring before a judge? How do you get it? What are some ways that you can get the evaluation done? What can you expect when you get to court? How long does this take? How's it going to get paid for? There's just so many unknowns. Does it last forever? What if grandma and grandpa regain their capacity? What do I do if my family's fighting over grandma and grandpa's money? All of these are things that we can help you walk through and plan for and try to make it the best possible experience and outcome for everyone. Try to do it in a way that benefits the community.
Still to come on Aging and Awesome, we take a spin in Kai's cab with a resident of Summit Estates. We'll be right back.
Customized coverage for your healthcare needs. Your Insurance Agency, serving Nevada seniors for over 50 years. Your Insurance Agency offers all Medicare plans. You need a plan as unique as you are. Your Insurance Agency has agents across Nevada. Call 775-209-1010. Partners in Primary Care. Senior-focused approach to primary care can help you figure out the safest way to stay healthy during this time. They are your new partner in good health. 8 centers in Las Vegas opening soon. Call today to become a new patient and see how they can help you.
Even with more than 1 million people cared for by hospice each year, the decision to call hospice is never easy. However, at Infinity Hospice Care, many families tell us they wish they would have contacted us sooner. And with hospice being covered by Medicare and most insurance, the decision to get your loved ones the help they need is even easier. Plus, the registered nurses at Infinity Hospice Care are available 24/7. To learn if we can help, go to infinityhospicecare.com.
At Intermountain Healthcare, you get the same healthcare partners, caregivers you know and trust, but you also get more. More nationally renowned specialists to serve you. More holistic care, including preventive care and mental health. More technology options to simplify and improve your care experience. What does getting more mean? A healthier, stronger you and healthier, stronger communities. Because all of us are better together.
Why enroll in a Senior Care Plus Medicare Advantage plan? For access to Care More Health providers and programs. For more benefits with no monthly premium. For $2,000 of dental coverage. For help getting to the doctor. And the #1 reason? For you and your health. Senior Care Plus, for the healthiest reasons. Enroll now at seniorcareplus.com or call us today at 775-982-3158.
For nearly 30 years, Michelson and Associates has been protecting Nevada families and their legacies, specializing in elder law, including estate planning, contested estates, guardianship, probate, Medicaid, and VA pension benefits. Their goal is to protect seniors from exploitation and to build, protect, and sustain family relationships and property. The Michelson team stands ready to evaluate your needs, recommend the best course of action, and provide second-to-none service every time. Call Michelson and Associates today.
Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to Kai's Cab as we leave the beautiful Summit Estates in South Reno. Today we're gonna play a trivia game that I'm sure is gonna knock your socks off back there. Who is it? What's your name, sir?
Mort Jarvis.
Oh, Mort, nice to meet you. Cool name.
The real name is Mortimer, M-O-R-T-I-M-E-R.
Mortimer. Sounds like I got a Harry Potter or something.
My parents must not wanted me or something.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Well, Mort, welcome to Kai's Cab. This is a game show we play. Get 3 out of 4 questions right, and you win.
What do I win?
You win some chocolate from the chocolate shop in Gardnerville.
Alrighty, that sounds good.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like the chocolate. It's pretty dang good, Mort. Here we go, your first question, sir. Where was the first colony in the US of A? Is it A, Providence, B, New Haven, C, Jamestown, or D, Charleston?
I would say Jamestown.
Jamestown is correct. Mort, how'd you know that?
Oh, I had the history in school.
Oh, he went to school. He read his books and he ate his veggies, right,
Yeah,
Mort?
that's right.
All right, Mort, good. You're on your way to a winning game show here. So there's your first question. Here's question number 2. In what year did the Mayflower arrive in the U.S.? Is it A, 1620, B, 1601, C, 1587, or D, 1637?
I think 1620.
1620?
Yeah.
Yes! Wow, Mort, you're nailing it. Get the next one right, and we're done. So let's do it. Question number 3. Which colonist said the famous words, "Give me liberty or give me death"? Is it A, Patrick Henry, B, Thomas Paine, C, Samuel Adams, or D, Edmund Pendleton?
I'd say number 1.
Patrick Henry?
Yes.
Correct, Mort. Wow, you are a sharp cookie. You know your American history.
No, not really, but those I did.
Good, that's wonderful. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Happy holidays to you, Mort, and we'll see you again here soon on Aging and Awesome, all right?
Okay, sounds good.
Next week on Aging and Awesome, Erin Breen meets the incredible women of Each One Tell One, who are on a mission to combat breast cancer through early detection. Tune in next Saturday, 7 p.m. on CBS in Northern Nevada, 7 a.m. on the CW Las Vegas, and Sundays, 11 a.m. on MyLV TV.
That's all the time we have for you today. Thanks for watching Aging and Awesome. The show sure does go fast, doesn't it, Joe?
Yes.
Our challenge for you, it is important to remember. Many people, sadly, spend the holidays alone. If this is you, we encourage you to spend the holidays a little different this year. Maybe make time to contact a long-lost friend or relative and spread some holiday cheer. A simple phone call can move mountains.
And remember, when you sit down to eat, mangia che si fa forte, which means eat and you will be strong. See you next time. Bye.
1, 2, 3. Listen.
Jolly good show.